Hi, I'm Chris from Cambridge in England, and I'm going to talk about how to comp several takes into a single track using Ableton Live. Ableton doesn't have much support for helping you to record multiple takes or for comping, so you have to do quite a lot of it yourself. Now in this session you can see I've got two tracks with the same guitar part recorded. The first take here, and we've got the second take here. Okay, so you can hear those two takes. They were sort of mostly okay, but there were a few places where the timing was a bit out, and also there's a little bit of phrasing in bar 4 from take 1. Here, there's a sort of little run up on the guitar that that didn't get played in take 2. So I'd like to include that, and I'd like to fix some of the timing mistakes I made there. Now, if you listen to the start of take 2, the chord was played slightly early, so it sounds a little bit cut off and a little bit weird. So to start with, we will take the first 2 bars of take 1 and put them into our comp track. Now in Ableton, to select a region, click at the start of the region. This is snapping to beats at the moment, so I can click and it will snap to the nearest beat. If I hold down Shift and click at the end of the region, it will highlight that region, and that's now selected. So to copy that selected region into my comp track, I just hold down Control and drag it in. If I solo that, we can play that now. Okay, so actually it turns out I quite like the first chord, but the rest of the bar sounds a bit out of time. So maybe for the second half of the first bar and the whole of the second bar, I might prefer to take the version from take 2. So if we listen to that, yeah, the timing there is much better. So if we click in the middle of bar 1, hold down Shift and click at the end of bar 2, hold down Control and drag that into our comp track, we've now got that. Now Ableton actually does something that makes life a lot easier here. It creates a small crossover for us automatically. So if we zoom right in here, we can see there's a small crossover fade. These aren't shown normally, but you can right click and click Show Fades, and that will show you these fade curves. And they're really useful when you're comping takes like this. So let's just have a listen to this now. We've got the first half of the bar from take 1 and the second half of the bar and bar 2 from take 2. Okay, that's a lot better. That feels a lot more in time. So bars 3 and 4. I like bar 3 from take 2, but I wanted that little walk up, that little passing phrase from take 1. So we've got bar 3 from take 2 and bar 4 from take 1 now. Let's have a little listen to those and see how they sound. Okay, that sounds alright, but there's a sort of a weird shift in volume between take 2 and take 1 there. It's not a click, but it doesn't sound natural. And that's just the difference between the strumming patterns in the two clips. So if we zoom right in on the join between the two here, if we adjust the crossfade to be much longer, in fact to be over sort of this whole note here, that should smooth that sort of more abrupt volume change out. So if we listen again, okay, so it seems to go quiet a little bit quickly, but that seems better than it did before. I'm only doing this quickly, but if you were doing it as a full edit, you could spend some more time and maybe adjust the curves there and get a more realistic crossfade between those two things. Okay, so we've got our first 4 bars there now. I'm just going to quickly finish the rest of the edit, and then we can talk about how to consolidate everything into a single clip. Okay, so I'm done with my edit now. Now what I want to do is consolidate it all down into a single clip so that I can work with it like a a normal clip in Ableton. And to do that, we can either do our normal selection by clicking at the start, holding down Shift and clicking at the end, or we can just simply drag over the region that we want to consolidate. So we've got the region selected. We now just right click and click Consolidate from the menu, or press Ctrl J. And there we go. We now have a single clip containing the comp track from take 1 and take 2 as a single clip that we can manipulate and use just as we want. Okay, that's it. That's how to create a comp track from 2 or more takes on Ableton Live. I hope that's been useful, and thanks for watching.